I have not filmed like this in so long because I'm so used to being by myself in my dorm. And now that I'm back home with like people, I'm so freaking nervous. Like I really paced around my room for like the past 5 to 10 minutes deciding whether or not I should do this. And I mean, I have to because I didn't pre-film these two in my dorm. I mean, I couldn't because I didn't have the books that I needed. So I'm just gonna hurry up and get into it before I like talk myself out of it. Okay, so today's video is going to be a graphic novel collection haul. Not necessarily a haul because I have received all these within a year to a few months from now. So I just wanted to talk about them because recently I took a Bookstagram photo and noticed that I have a lot more graphic novels than I thought. And now that I'm filming this, I realize that I don't have all of them with me. So I think someone in the family might be reading them. And also I left one or two back at the dorm. Yeah. The first one that I know that I left at the dorm is Unnatural by Mirka Andolfo. I believe she is French. It is a, I'm gonna say rated R graphic novel about a girl. Cannot remember her name at the moment. She's like a pig human hybrid. I mean, everyone is. They all are animals that can walk and talk and work and stuff. She's been having these dreams about this wolf, and over time they seem to get more and more real life like more like memories, not dreams. And things started happening in her real life that making her question, do these two things connect? And it's pretty good so far. I've only read the first things like the collection of 1 through something. I do plan to get the next two, but they're like $30 each, and I was like, I'm gonna wait on that. There's another one that I can like clearly picture it, but I cannot remember the name of the book. What it's about. Like I can see it on my shelf, but I cannot. So we're just gonna skip that one. Next ones I have are Wires of Nerve 1 and 2 by Marissa Meyer. These are the graphic novel companions to her novel series, Lunar Chronicles. It basically follows it follows all of them, but it's mainly in her perspective, which is Aiko. She is one of the main side characters, I guess, of the Lunar Chronicles series. The reason why I say she's a main side character is that she is very important throughout the series. But they don't follow her as much as they follow the other characters like Cinder and Cress. This is about what has happened after the Lunar Chronicles series has ended and what she has been up to and how different things have been going on and how it affects everyone. I do think I liked, if I remember correctly, I think I liked the first one better. The second one is like twice the size of the first one, and it felt like we were going a little bit off topic. I love Marissa Meyer, and I saw that they were on sale at BookOn, and I was like, thank you. Speaking of BookOn, I did get a couple others in there. So I believe I received this one. So one I got is the DC Essential Graphic Novels, which I've talked about before. It's basically a mini graphic novel talking about all the different graphic novels that the DC world writers like suggest and recommend to people. There are very different topics. Some for like if you like Flash, if you really like the new DC TV shows, here are the comic books that go with it. If you like certain shows on Netflix, for example, iZombie, Lucifer, Preacher, here are the graphic novels that go with that. Ooh, I might read the iZombie one. Talking about like if you like Batman, here are some different Batman. If you want like the lighter ones, you want the darker ones. If you want like the kids version, things like DC Superhero Girls. This will give you all kinds of recommendations for 2019. I do believe they're making a new one for each year. So I think each year they put in ones that were created that year. Oh, my knee. Ooh. Then I received Batman White Knight. Actually, my dad got it for me because he was walking past our table, and it is signed like silver, like metallic. This is about the Joker going from insane to sane, sort of, and the Batman being accused of things that he did to the Joker, and people are very angry about it. And I was really confused throughout this one because I wasn't entirely sure if there was two people, because like some of them there seemed like there was a double. Like I thought there was two Harleys and two Jokers throughout the whole thing. I think it was one, and then there's like a fake, I guess. Basically, Joker's, I think he was injured in the beginning. Let me see. Yes, so in the beginning, Batman is caught like kneeling over Joker, and basically Batman beat up Joker and kind of got him to overdose on drugs. Which I don't think it was intentional. I think he was trying to get him to do something, but the way that other people saw it, that's what they saw. And so now was he arrested? I think he was arrested, then he got out. Now Joker's healing, he's trying to get through it, and now all of a sudden he's like normal, and people are like, huh, what happened here? And now he's like making these big moves, trying to be a politician and like doing all these things for people. And so other people, since Batman's kind of like angry and going a certain route, other people are trying to figure out what is going on. And also you can see how Joker is not entirely sane throughout the whole book. Throughout the book, his previous personality, as you could say, slowly like comes out. I thought it was interesting. I don't know why I keep doing this. Next book I got is Lord Miracle Under the Moon. It's a Catwoman book. I think it's from DC Inc. So basically, I think DC recently, I don't know if it's recent, but I want to say it's recent because I saw it. Recently started a new thing called DC Inc. and DC Black, I believe. Yeah, this one's DC Black. DC Black has to be a bit more of the darker, scarier, more intense graphic novels, and DC Inc. or a bit more like children's graphic novels. They're a bit longer, they're more like soft and lighthearted, a bit more easier for people to read and understand. And I believe they did work with a lot of middle grade and young adult authors to write some of these. For example, they wrote Catwoman and Mira, and I think Harley Quinn and Robin and a couple other stories, and Raven, as like middle schoolers / teenagers kind of discovering who they are. So this one is about Catwoman, Selena Kyle. She, like I said, is a teenager in high school, and she's going through a rough time at home. I think her mom's boyfriend, her mom has gone through a cycle of boyfriends, has been very abusive and awful towards her. Her mom doesn't really seem to be helping her in any way. And then at some point, her mom's boyfriend leaves the cat on top of the door, like up there, to fend for itself. But you can't stay up there forever. So eventually the cat did fall down, and I think it fell and landed on something and died. And so she was like, that was the last straw. She left, and then she's been living on her own, fending for herself, when she meets someone and a group of people who trying to survive in the world, go through some things, and then they discover that there has been some killings recently, and they're trying to figure out where those killings are. And they find out that people think it's a beast, when really it's not necessarily the beast, it's a person controlling the beast. It's actually a really big dog. Where's a picture of it? I have a picture of it somewhere in here. There we go. Ouch. It's like a really big dog that is trained and obeys what the owner tells it to do. Which I think is really sad because dogs tend to be really good. They just follow and listen to what you to your signals basically. And she's basically learning how to survive her home after survive in the world after abandoning her house, and you know, learning to trust people even when it's not the easiest thing to do. One of my favorite things about the DC Inc. graphic novels made by young adult authors is that they're all like one tone. This one's like a bluish purple, and this one is like a greenish blue. I don't know. I'm assuming that is a trend with all of them that they made, because in the Raven one, it's more like a purplish gray to black kind of thing. I'm just like, yes, the quality. The next one is Amira Tidebreaker by Danielle Page. Danielle Page wrote Dorothy Must Die series, and I believe she wrote something else. I think it's another fairy tale retelling. So this one is about Mira. Excuse me. So this one is about Mira, again, teenager, young adult, who is has been kind of defying her dad's orders. There are things going on back at home where they need, I believe, Arthur, who is the heir to the throne of the opposite kingdom, their opposing kingdom, that he needs to die. And so instead of waiting for her father to get it done, she decides to go do it herself, basically gaining respect, showing that she can do it. Showing that she can do it, she doesn't need any help, But as she's up there, she realizes Arthur really isn't what people tend to believe. He's actually has no clue what's going on, doesn't even know what Atlantis, oh boy. What is it called? Atlantis and Isabel. There we go. He doesn't know what Atlantis or Isabel is. He doesn't know what the kingdom is. He doesn't know he has powers. Like, he had no idea. And she realized that it would be wrong. She realized that it would be wrong to kill him. And also she slowly realizes that maybe a lot of things she originally led to believe were wrong as well. And the relationship slowly blossoms between the two, which I thought was great. So again, because these are like a kind of a series together, you have the girls at the top, you have the titles, author's name to the top, the spine's pretty much the same. Oh my gosh. On the back, we just have the girls, and I'm hoping to get the rest so I can have them all together because they're good. I did read the Raven one. I do not own that one at the moment. I read that as a graphic novel on Libby, and I believe the author of that one is currently, I wonder if it's out already, in the process of writing Beast Boy. And then there's a Harley Quinn one. I think there's a Supergirl one. I would have to check into it, but I know that there's been a couple of coming out. And the last graphic novel here is called Marvel Rising Heroes of the Round Table. I found this at a local bookstore near me when I went to there for a school event. And this is about all the different superhero girls. My goodness, I'm losing my voice. So every time I wake up in the morning, I have a very, like, scratchy voice. Basically, this is Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, Swirl Girl, and Spider-Gwen. And I keep forgetting her name right here. She does come in about, like, half of this. Miss America. I think her name is Miss America. Or just America. Something like that. Basically, they all come together at some point throughout the story, because some of them come at different points in the story, to defeat a certain villain. Oh boy, what is her name? Miss Morgan Le Fay. Basically, Morgan Le Fay came to this area to take over and kind of rebuild for her own thing. You know how most villains are. They want to take over, destroy, then rebuild for themselves. And they discover that she has been basically the way to destroy her, I guess, is to get rid of her water source. I guess water is like, basically to get what she needs done, she needs water. And so if they were able to get her away from the water, or get the water to like stay away from her, I don't even know how to explain it, but she's using the water. The water's her strength. So if they can find a way to weaken her, they should take her down. So these teenagers, you know, they go do that. And also, since they are teenagers, they are slowly, I think they're seniors or juniors, looking into colleges. So at one point they did visit a college, and then there's like an attack at the college that they had to deal with. And then like throughout the book they're having like random conversations like, oh, so what college are you, like what major are you interested in, and things like that, which I thought was cool, because even though they are superheroes, they're still having normal lives. A lot of times in graphic novels it's always about superheroes and being by themselves and discovering this and powers, where this one we talked a bit more about other things. Okay, so that is my graphic novel collection. Here is all of them. Oh, again, I am missing I think 2 that I left at my dorm. I would like wait to film that part, but I won't be back home until like January 5th or 6th, so nobody waiting that long. So this is all the graphic novel. I'm gonna bring them closer so you can see. If I put them too far this way, they get like washed out, so I'm bringing them over here. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you have to see any other collections, like certain author collections or art collection, I could do an art collection like updated, because I did get more arcs. If you like to see mystery thriller collection or fantasy collection, let me know. This was kind of a random thought that I had recently. I thought would be fun to do, to kind of talk about different graphic novels. I do think that graphic whoa, I got really deep for a second. Graphic novels has been getting a bit more hype, a bit more attention recently, because I feel like not a lot of people read graphic novels, and then now that we have more in middle grade, young adult, other things that appeal to more readers, more people are starting to read it. If you're looking for some really good graphic novel recommendations, I highly suggest you check out Hardback Order, Books with Chloe, Pretty Little Bibliophile, and Olivia Reads a Latte. Those are the 4 that I have been watching that give me a lot of recommendations, especially Hardback Order. Even though I've not picked up all of the ones she recommended, I have been interested in them. I do believe there's someone else. And that, as a matter of fact, I believe there's a YouTuber that reads a bunch of comics and graphic novels and manga. She is blonde. Please, she has an accent. I cannot remember her name right now. It's like Pages and Pens and Pages. I'll put a card here or a link down below if I remember who it is. But I believe she did like recently did a graphic novel, like comic / manga readathon, which I was interested in doing, but I had another readathon going on. I think I had some other events going on that day, and I was like, next time. So thank you for watching and supporting, and I'll see y'all in the next one.